Hi, welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Ella.
And I'm Elena.
Speaking of our names, since we just introduced ourselves,
Yes.
Before we started rolling, we were just talking about how people mispronounce our names all the time.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone else has a problem with that, but we definitely do.
Yes. The amount of names that I have been called is just crazy. So my name is Milena.
Mm-hmm.
People mistake it for Melanie a lot, or Melanie, most commonly Melania. And then they ask, were you named after Melania Trump? And I was like, no, that's not why. Or some weird ones, I've gotten Melanu once, which makes no sense. There's no O in my name.
No.
And then Melissa and Melinda.
Those aren't even close.
I know. Like, I'm like,
Not
okay.
even a little bit.
Like one time, my parents were in Hawaii, and like they were with like another like family friend, and this waiter comes out and he's like, Hesterelli, party of four.
Oh.
My last name is Hesterly. Did I say
Right.
Hesterly or Hesterelli?
You said Hesterelli.
Yeah, they said Hesterelli, so now it's like a ongoing thing. What about you?
Well, my name's Ella, but it's spelled with one L. So people will call me Ela all the time because they just really sound it out too much. The one L just really throws them off and makes them think it's a completely different name. And then my last name is Bjork, which is spelled with a J. So people will call me Bjork. So my name sometimes is Ela Bjork, and in reality it's Ella Bjork.
I
and
actually
so not the same.
said that wrong though, because like you said both, and I was like, oh yeah, Bjork, and you're like, no, and I'm like,
Yeah, I tell
be
people
you.
it's Bjork, like New York, but
yeah, like
Yeah.
a B, like B, and then
Yeah.
York. Like
Yeah.
when I think of York, I think of like the peppermint candy.
oh yeah.
B York.
Yeah. Speaking of peppermint candies, we were also having a discussion about what our gas station order is. So what's yours?
So, I feel like my gas station order is always like Swedish Fish, or sometimes, especially if I'm in like Casey's or like Hy-Vee gas station, I'll go get those cherry sours.
Oh.
I don't like the flavor of cherry, but
Okay.
somehow I like cherry sours.
Interesting.
They're very nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know, like being at the roller rink,
Yeah.
drinking the thing, and then getting some cherry sours.
I love when candy like reminds you of like a childhood memory. That's my
Yes.
favorite. When I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't had this in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always an M&M or like a chocolate person.
More of a chocolate,
Yeah.
not candy.
I love when they release like the new special edition M&Ms. For a while they had brownie M&Ms.
Oh yes.
And I wanted to like buy up the entire store.
Really, you liked them?
I loved them.
Really?
Yeah, they were so good. I thought they were incredible.
I tried one and I was like, okay.
I love them.
I like the peanut butter ones.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
Never mind.
Yeah, those are really good though, I've heard.
That's why you can't. That's why you really
Yeah.
like the brownie.
Yeah, yeah. I can't
Oh,
have the really
boy.
good ones, so the second best will do.
Oh boy. Because who knows? I might have accidentally given you one.
I feel like I would have noticed.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe
I'd be
by
like,
the
oh, I don't think I'm supposed
package.
to have this. Yeah.
Yeah, my best friend, she is also like deadly allergic to everything. So I'm always like the mom when we go places,
Yeah.
being like, she's allergic to peanuts.
She can't have this.
She can't, and she's always embarrassed about it. But I'm like, don't be.
No.
If you're gonna die, you might as well tell them.
We need to know. Yeah.
How's your allergic?
I just get super sick, so it's not like you need to take me to the ER or anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Is it just peanuts?
And gluten. Yeah, so it's like a double
Oh.
whammy of awful, but yeah, it's terrible.
So can you really have Swedish Fish then?
Yeah, I did have some earlier, so I definitely can.
Uh-oh.
It should be fine.
Uh-oh. I may have almost just made it sick.
Well,
I mean, Ela.
Ela, gosh, we should just call each other that forever now. That's funny. Well, people are probably sick of hearing about our names and our candies. So after this quick break, we'll be back with the news. Welcome back. I'm Ella, and this is your Good Evening KU news update. Val Kilmer, the actor who played Batman, Jim Morrison, and more, died on Tuesday at the age of 65. He died of pneumonia in his hometown in Los Angeles. He was well known for his rock star vibe and his title role of Batman. New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker broke the record for the longest speech on the Senate floor since 1957. He spoke for 25 hours to take a stand against President Trump's current political actions. Booker said, "We must all look in the mirror and say, we will do better." His main goal was to show that the Democratic Party won't sit around and let Trump's policies and actions pass without resistance. Kilmar Abrigo Garcia was deported to a maximum security prison in El Salvador on March 15th after being arrested in an IKEA parking lot, but the arrest was a mistake. The Trump administration called it an administrative error because Garcia had been cleared by a judge in 2019 from deportation due to potential gang retaliation if he returned. The administration now claims that they have no control over the matter because he is no longer in U.S. custody. Free State journalism teacher Jared Schuff won the Kansas Scholastic Press Association, or the KSPA Award, for being an excellent new advisor. Barb Tholen, the Lawrence High School journalism advisor, said she's impressed with the way he's taken ownership of this role and progressed the program so quickly. He empowers his students to make decisions and then backs them up. The Lawrence, Kansas Police Department is still looking for 74-year-old Wanda Dyer after issuing a statewide silver alert last Thursday. She has been missing for 2 weeks now and was last seen wearing a black coat with pink lining and multicolored pants with a backpack on. Sergeant Drew Fennelly, LKPD Public Information Officer, said the police department is concerned because Dyer has cognitive disabilities and could be a risk to herself. However, she is not a danger to others.
But the thing we want people to keep in mind is she's not a dangerous person. This isn't like we're tracking a homicide suspect or something like that. If you think you see her, just talk to her. Hey, are you Wanda? And if it is her, then great. Hang out with her. Call 911. Let us know.
The community has created a Facebook page called Bringing Wanda Home to organize volunteer searches and to report possible sightings. If you have any information on Wanda Dyer's whereabouts, the LKPD urges you to call dispatch immediately at 785-843-0250. That's all we have for news. Now we're going to send it over to Milena with sports.
Thank you, Ella. The baseball team continues its winning ways, and the Jayhawks are 23-6 after last weekend's sweep of Oklahoma State. Kansas has won 5 in a row and is playing South Dakota State tonight at Hogland Park. First pitch is at 6 p.m. The softball team also plays tonight at Arick Ballpark and Rock Chalk Park. The Jayhawks are 15-15 overall, but are on a 3-game losing streak. First pitch tonight against Kansas City was at 5 p.m., and currently the score is 0-0 at the bottom of the first. Part of the track team heads off to Oklahoma tomorrow for the John Jacobs Invitational. The team will split up and also send athletes to meets in Arizona and California. The Jayhawks will head to Arkansas this weekend before hosting back-to-back meets at Rock Chalk Park. The Kansas Relays will be held April 17th through the 19th over Easter weekend. The NCAA Final Fours are also set for next week. All 4 1 seeds are still available in the men's bracket, with Florida playing Auburn and Houston playing Duke. On the women's side, number 1 seeds Texas and South Carolina will play in the first semifinal, and number 2 UConn will take on number 1 UCLA in the second. That's all we have for sports. After the break, Josie will inform us on the wild weather we had in Lawrence last night and more on what's to come this week.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back, Jayhawks. My name is Josie Parks, here with a weather update for you. Let's go ahead and get started. Taking a look at our week ahead. Man, it has gotten chilly out, I'm not going to lie. and we have some precipitation coming our way, and this is mostly due to our upper air dynamics. And what a crazy week for weather. Last Tuesday we had some crazy thunderstorms. I don't know about you guys, but I was hearing that wind all night, could not get a good night's rest, but I'm just so happy it's spring. I love to listen to the rain. Yeah, and it's been great. So taking a look outside, currently it's 57 degrees, it's cloudy, and it feels like it's 46. Our winds are out of the east today at a low 7 miles per hour, and comparatively, this is pretty low, so it's been pretty nice to not have wind blasting us in the face all the time. But if we take a look outside, like I said, it's pretty gloomy. It is cloudy outside, but it's still a great day to live in Lawrence, great day to be a Jayhawk. And if we take a look at the surrounding areas, it's not that great anywhere else. So Topeka, Lawrence, and Kansas City are all sitting at about 57 degrees. And if we go to the north, Leavenworth is at 56 degrees and Ottawa at 58. As the night falls, our temperatures will continue to decrease, but our clouds will stay with us. Our winds stay out of the east all night. And like I said, our temperature is going to keep decreasing all through the night. And actually our lowest temperature tonight is technically tomorrow morning at 8 when the rain hits, which is pretty interesting considering that that's the lowest point. And tomorrow we're going to get some rain, and our high is 46 degrees, which is pretty cold compared to today. And we're going to get showers. Our winds change from the east to out of the northeast at 13 miles per hour, and our gusts will be up to 23 miles per hour. Let's talk about this precipitation. Why are we seeing this rain? What should we expect? Is this going to be severe weather? So our rain totals on Friday, here's Kansas. We're in the blue-green, which is less than an inch. It's around half an inch of rain, which is still quite a bit. But comparatively to here, what we see in the red, it's not that much. So why are we getting this? Are we getting a low-pressure system? Is it upper air dynamics? Let's take a look. The first thing I want to look at is stability in our area. So as you can see here, we have high instability in this Texas region, into Arkansas, but Kansas isn't getting much action, so why are we getting this weather? Well, like I said, we do not have a low pressure system. We have like barely a low down here. I wouldn't even call it that. It's above 1,000 millibars. And we have a low up here kind of, but it's kind of going away. So we're not really getting like cyclonic motion in our area. Well, it's actually due to our upper air dynamics. So if we look here, we can see the jet stream, and we get a large, deep trough coming through. And so we're getting divergence from this trough in our Kansas region, which provides vertical motion and vertical ascent in our region. And then if you saw that end clip there, we actually get some cold air moving through. So we get upper air motion with some cold temperatures, and we're going to see some precipitation. This rain is probably, there's a chance of severe weather, but I would not count on it. It's not going to be like Tuesday night, I would not expect. But if you were planning on going to the fan appreciation tomorrow, it is moved indoors, so you won't have to worry about bringing an umbrella, which is good. Taking a look here, we can see where that instability was here. It's more severe weather. We're just in the light green, which is just maybe a chance of thunderstorms or just normal rain. But if you lived in this area where the red's at in Arkansas, you might have a chance of tornadoes. I think I saw somewhere about 30% chance, which is pretty cool. I mean, it is April, it's that time of the year, pretty exciting stuff. But taking a look into our week, like I said, Friday, Saturday, we have some showers. Friday, a high of 52. Saturday, a high of 48, which is considerably lower than our recent temperatures. Sunday, it finally warms up a little bit, still cloudy with a high of 54. Monday, we get the sun again and a high of 60. Tuesday, we get some clouds, but again, a high of 60. And Wednesday, 70 degrees, which is right where I want to be. Shorts and a t-shirt, right? So that's all I have for you. And we will not be back next week, but make sure you come back at 5:30 for Jayhawk Jukebox. Thanks for watching.